Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill, or I'm supposed to say extra daily dose of skill. Today we are digging deep into a Strv 81, which has pretty much couple of clones or very similar tanks, which would be Primo Victoria and Centurion 1, and I can promise you that none of them are great. At least at this point in time and at this stage of the game. They don't really have too many things to offer. The best thing probably is ability to play hold down. But to be completely honest with you, even then, whenever you are meeting someone with a decent enough penetration, you can see that you can get penetrated straight into the face. And if you are meeting someone with hits, it's even worse, right? So the tank, you can kind of play hold down, but you can't. You can kind of side scrap, but you can't. It is a weird one. Nothing to write the books about or nothing special about it. Now, speaking about the comparison Centurion 1 and Strv, pretty much Centurion 1 has tiny touch better DPM and Centurion has 150 more hit points because the buffs came through the Tech 3 tanks and premium tanks did not follow through yet. I believe it is a matter of the time whenever they will and whenever we are going to have this type of situation, whenever the premium tanks will get buffed the same way as Tech 3 tanks were, right? But all in all, just to highlight very important thing, this tank is nothing too crazy, this tank is nothing too special. Sure, if you are comparing it against the whatever CDC, you may think, oh, you know, it's not that bad. Whew. You can get a heart attack. You can get a heart attack with those random subs. Yopter, right? Okay, so what do we want to do? Our plan is to play hold down. This is the most important thing, and this is what we want to do, and this is what we want to achieve, right? So, without further ado, slowly but surely we are going into the heavy line and we are going to be smart. We are not going to go like super aggressively against the phase ones or Donkevica because they will literally humble us and let us go back to our garage. So we do not want to do that. Also, talking about the alpha damage, 230 alpha damage is it's just simply not great. 226 millimeters of penetration, and with a gold you have 258 millimeters of penetration. Anyways, the point being is, what I'm trying to highlight over there is that you can play kind of hold down with this tank. You can try to annoy the enemy forces who are playing around this area, but you need to, or against in any area where hold down play could work, right? But point being is that the tank is not the best tank in the world of tanks. And if this vehicle is ever on sale, right, because I don't really think we are going to have a YouTube video with this vehicle anytime soon, just simply keep this in mind that this is nothing to write books about, and you do not really need to consider about buying this vehicle unless you are a collector, and if you are a collector you will buy any Kaku that is on sale. You know, this is just how it goes and this is how it looks like. But other than that, there is nothing to talk about too much where this tank goes. Now, where the battle leads us to being aggressive over there. Our super heavy tanks are making pressure like there is no tomorrow, and they are making sure that they will make a hardcore pressure just like so. And what we want to do, we want to go with them together, and we want to make sure that enemies would reconsider their life choices. That is the gameplay for us in this type of situation. We can see that the phases are playing in the other side, and that means for us that we can bully the tier 7 heavy tank, and let's get real, tier 7 heavy tank doesn't really have that much of the biting force in order to cut through our turret armor, and this is exactly what we are looking for. This is exactly what we need. Now, please pay attention at what is happening around now. We are just in the good position from where we can try to snipe and from where we can try to punish the chopper or whoever else is sitting next to the red line, and we are just simply sniping, we are just simply trying to do some nasty things and naughty things for the enemy forces, and we are feeling quite alright. Now, the gun handling for this alpha damage is also nothing to talk about, and we can't say, but the gun of the tank, oh yeah. No, we can't say that either. We definitely can't say that either. So the playstyle of the vehicle, just to cap everything what we talked about, ideally to play hold down and choose the opponents that doesn't have the best penetration, and to choose the opponents who can't really do too much against you. For example, instead of approaching Donkevica, we are trying to slap the IKEA. Or instead of approaching the phase 1, we are making sure that we are going to say hello for the T-44 or something like this, you know? Hopefully that makes sense, and that's the whole idea of playing with a tank like this. Choose your opponents wisely. Preferably tanks with a lower penetration, or alternatively lower tiers overall, because they just simply do not have that much penetration to deal with you, right? And that is absolutely amazing, and this is absolutely awesome, and this is what you are looking for, right? Or alternatively, if you are capable of flanking someone, you are just simply flanking someone and trying to show some dominance. Now, we can clearly see that in this situation we are fighting against the T-55, and we don't want to fight against the T-55. He's just simply way too strong for of the opponent for us, for obvious reasons, right? We do not really want to be that greedy, mother truckers. Although, by building the proper angle, we can say hello to him, and I have no doubts whatsoever that we will. You see, now he doesn't pay attention at us, and since he doesn't pay attention at us, we are saying, hi, how are you doing? I am almighty Strv 81, or you can call me copy-paste of Centurion. And this is how we are being successful with this tank. Once again, this is not an easy thing to do, and this is not a very good tank. And even though now we had a great game, you know, 3.2 thousand damage, that's great, 200 assisting damage with this vehicle, it's absolutely amazing. Don't be tricked, it's not so simple to play with this tank. And I played some warming up games with this vehicle just to start feeling it, to remember this tank, because I haven't played with it in quite some time. But hopefully this video will make sense, and hopefully it will teach you how to be stronger with this vehicle to begin with, right? Anyways, we got gazillion of the experience, but it's just because it's my main account and I have gazillion of the 5x XP, so not a big surprise, right? Very, very nice. We are second by experience, we are first by the damage, and we got ourselves 197,000 profits, but minus the completing mission, minus holiday ops bonus, minus World of Tanks plus, and we are left with like 80,000 profits or 75,000 profits, something like this. So this is something to keep in mind. Anyways, round number 2, let's go. Okay, for round number 2 we have Westfield standard battle, and this tank can perform in the Westfield pretty well, and I would even say that this mother trucker can play in the heavy line as well. But what we need to keep in mind, that we are spawned in the bottom, and what that means we are getting an unnecessary 1 minute to go on top of the hill, and after that to join the heavy flank. But it's okay, we have all time in the World of Tanks, we don't need to panic, we don't need to cack our pants. And by the way, just to highlight one thing, whenever you are playing with this vehicle from the big distance, it doesn't feel like it is cutting it because of the alpha damage, you know? Whenever you are sniping someone and someone is relocating from whatever sector A to sector B, and if you are punishing someone for 200 alpha damage, the guy will think that mosquito hit him. He will scratch his shoulder and he will say, well, that was something, you know, but he won't even understand what the flying ever happened. And this is, you know, just purely to make the fun of the Strv 81, just where the alpha damage goes. That alpha damage is far away from being excellent or by being awesome. That being said, how we could get some more use over there? This is the question. Okay, I want to figure out how we could punish enemy forces there. And I am thinking about obviously playing hold down to the best of my ability. But the question is, what is going to be the best of my ability in this type of situation? Oh, would you look at that? 230 in the face. That was awesome, wasn't it? That was awesome, wasn't it? I would say it was amazing. Would you look at that? Tia Nahashi saying, oh no, I will never recover from this 230 in the face. Oh, yup, Tararai. You get the point what I'm saying. Now we are, from the other hand, you can be playing with something significantly more powerful like Strdixa or something like that. At least this is how am I looking into all of this, and this is what I personally see whenever I am playing with not so competitive vehicles. But once again, that is only me. Meanwhile, we are using our DPM, even though we are throwing darts to the enemies. We are trying to use our DPM, so hopefully we will get a tiny touch more use of all of this, and we will try to help for our heavy flank to be unbeatable, right? That's the whole goal. That is what we are looking for, and that's what we need. As you can see, we have a good enough angle here to annoy them, but once again, having good enough angle to annoy them doesn't make us unbeatable or unslappable or whatever else. Please keep this in mind that I am trying to play hold down as well, right? So I'm not showcasing my weak hull, which we saw before, right? And I am just simply trying to play hold down. That's the whole point of using this tank properly, right? So no go for the open field, and very much of a go for whenever you are playing hold down. Very, very nice. This is what we want to see, and this is what we are looking for. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Very good. So far we are gaming, and so far we are playing the game properly. That's for sure. I am feeling pretty happy with all of this. Very, very good. Now, we need to start eliminating the guns from this battle. Chrysler is kind of down to fartable. Chrysler is fartable. That's very, very good. Now we are going to say hello for Mr. Defender. And lately I have played Defender, and oh boy, Defender was something else. Beautiful shot to the Strv. We are brawling with this tank. Yes, you can see this properly. We are not being a bunch of pussies, and we are actually trying to get involved to the best of our ability, right? Once again, hold down gameplay. This is the key thing that you need to do in order to be successful with this vehicle. Please keep this in mind. If you are playing hold down, you will be able to get some sort of use. Trying to punish this gentleman. Let's hope that T-30 won't be able to slap us. That's okay. So far, so good. Now, we can clearly see that our folks do not really have that much of the hit points, but that is understandable. Hopefully T-30 won't punish us while we are going for this mother trucker over there, and no, he won't. Very, very nice. I know that T-30 can see me, and probably that was a bad decision in the end of the day to approach it, but I was betting on my DPM that I would be able to do something. Now I can tell you the highlight. What have I done wrong? Instead of stopping here, I needed to keep pushing to this, so I would be safe from the T-30, and then I could eat this mother trucker or keep eating this mother trucker. But once again, the most important thing is to showcase how to be successful even not with the greatest tank out there, right? And I think we are showing this very, very well. Or even though the tank is not the best, the key to success is to stay hold down, don't show your hull, and hopefully in the next game we can show how the side scrapping would look like with this vehicle as well, so pretty much everything would be covered. And I truly believe in that this tank is not really unplayable, or in other words, it's definitely better like Patton Kiar, CDC, Pilot 1. I think this tank is better, but in the grand scheme of things, whenever you are comparing this vehicle with a proper vehicle like Strv, this tank is just simply laughable. Anyways, we crafted a good game. We are first by experience, we are first by the damage. We got ourselves 131,000 profits, but once again, now let's do the calculation. Minus 48k, minus 14k, because we are playing it during the holiday off season. So in the end of the day, we are actually making 60,000 credits or something like this, right? Or 65,000 credits. So yeah, it's far away from being ideal. Anyways, one more, let's go. Okay. Halluf standard battle, tier 9 matchmaking. Once again, I don't really think that we can cry about that. We should be able to play hold down relatively well. At least that's what I want to believe, right? Let's hope for that. So, the plan is very, very simple. We are going into the heavy line and we are trying to play on our strengths. That's all we are planning to do. And I think where the tank rating goes, you know, the tank is rated 2.5 stars in the index page. And I truly want to believe that this tank is worth it, where it is coming from. It has a specific style, and not many players will have nuts in order to play the way this tank should be played. I'm not talking about the sniping from the back. I'm not talking about whatever, pushing through the open field, whatever that is, but playing smart, playing hold down properly without exposing yourself too much. You know, not everyone will have a knowledge or skill to play with this vehicle this way, but once again, that is only me. That is only me, folks. Okay. Can we slap this gentleman? We can, but we cannot penetrate him. That's okay. And in this situation, we know that M5355 is sitting... he is already looking at us, okay? He is definitely already looking at us. So what we want to do, we want to keep paying attention at him, but in the same time, we want to make sure that we will punish every and each crossing force over there as well. And yes, this is risky play. I get it. I understand it. Playing super aggressively whenever there is Arta in the open field for Arta can be tricky. But I don't really think that I have any other choice. I just don't think I have any other choice, folks. Our guys are trying to cross through the open field. This is not the wisest decision, at least in my opinion, but hey, it is okay. 4 tanks just got slapped. Okay. Tiger Mouse. I think I need to load the gold in this situation. I think I definitely need to load the gold. Minus 3,000 HP. The situation is quite bad. The T69 is dead. Yeah, that's rough. Okay, let's try to play hold down, shall we? Now, once again, far away from being ideal, where the situation goes. We knew about this art a long time ago before Clicker even fired at us, but once again, we are very, very well aware of that. We are just trying to tax this Tiger Mouse crossing through the open field for obvious reasons. We are trying to punish the conceiver, obviously. That is okay. And now, let's see what we can do for Mr. Tiger Mouse. A MX65T is not being too helpful over there, and Clicker will start clicking us very, very soon. We are aware of the phase 1 that is sitting in the back, and he would be very, very useful here together with us. But once again, please keep this in mind that not every player is a professional gamer in the world of tanks, right? There is plenty of the folks who came back to a world of tanks for holiday off season and whatnot. And let's not forget that the free line that Wargaming gave for every and each tourist. So you will see a very, very high levels of the tourism in this game, and that is okay. There is nothing wrong about that. We are living and we are getting used for this, you know. It is completely fine. Just be patient, just stay brave and everything is going to be all right. Meanwhile, I can see this guy here. I know that I am going to be taking plenty for the team. I get it. Definitely. I understand that we are far away from being ideal in this game overall. I understand that we are getting flanked by every and each of the heavy tank here, but once again, it changes absolutely nothing because our team is just non-existing, right? We tried to get as much as we physically and possibly could of the rotten banana, if you will, and that is okay, can't complain. Let's see the score, shall we? Okay, and we are back. We cannot complain about this. Yeah, we knew that defeat is coming. We did 2,000 damage. I would not act surprised if we would be top 3 by the damage by the as a bare minimum. Yeah, okay, top three by the damage, top 1 by the experience. We made 46,000 profits, although if you would calculate this, we would break even because you are paying quite a lot of credits for shooting the premium ammunition on this tank. For 230 alpha damage, you pay 4,400 credits. That is nuts. This is straight up nuts. The scaling of the price is insane for this ammunition, just to let you know. But nevertheless, I think that the video was pretty successful. I think it showcased how to play with this tank, and I hope many of you are going to get a lot of use for yourself while looking at this video, and pretty much it's the same style for a Primo Victoria and for Centurion 1. And I don't think that it is unplayable, Mother Trucker. I just think it is a tricky bastard to play with. And all in all, our session, we are just shy of 3,000 average damage and a tiny touch of assisting damage. But other than that, I'm feeling very, very happy with this session. Anyways, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate you. And keep this in mind, if you did not notice that this video is released on extra channel and maybe you are not subscribed, if you are enjoying the content and you want to see obviously more of this, mainly lower tiers on this channel, so the tier 8s and everything below, feel free to subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.